Check. All right, I'm back. First stream was semi-success, I would say. One problem was my audio wasn't set up right. So it happens when you haven't streamed in a bit. And I'm an AV guy, so I should know that. But let's fire everything up and do our second stream of the year. So I'm gonna start up Ableton here. Make sure all my routing's working. So that's kind of a fun bass noise to start. Tap now, kind of the BPM that I'm feeling for that. Get my metronome going, and I gotta change my default. I used to only have one left or right, but I've changed my setup, added in this sampler here, which I run my external source through. Which that's this. That allows me to put effects on it. I like that kind of giving it a room vibe. So let's play this out here. Go back to the overlay. Probably pretty close to on. You can see maybe just pull this one back a tiny bit, just go forward. Get some of my warping here. It looks like this died out before we wanted it to, so we'll extend that to the last beat of the loop. That was a little weird. I'm just gonna kind of nudge it. I think it's supposed to hit a little before. Alright, cool. So we'll mark that as our bass. Make a new channel, go back because I got my cool sampler set up and go stereo there. These are some other samples I was messing with, which we'll probably dig back in. I don't have much in here. I think this is all. So yeah, I was recording in some of my own samples, but that sounds good. So I'm gonna record enable that track, put on my metronome because I'm pretty crappy at the drumming portion of it. We'll switch to this camera so you can check this out. And here we go. And I probably didn't get it spot on, but I'm going to set my 1-1 here, move this forward, and I kind of know where, I mean, the most important is to make sure those claps get on. I kind of want the kicks to be a little wonky, but if you see pretty big discrepancy, you want to clean that up. But I was pretty on at the end here. That one's way off. And bring this guy back over. Well, pretty good for the most part. I'm getting better, I guess. It's just like anything with practice. You'll get better at it. But now I've got my little beat, which I'll put in a beat. I can turn the metronome. Well, sometimes it's good to have it on to... So that's my little beat, but I still think you can add like hats to it. So yeah, something, let's see. And even though I didn't play that spot on, that's what's kind of cool, is it'll give it a little funk. And I'll just kind of, I usually just warp it on where I think I was going for. I think that was supposed to be on the 1 there, so that one was way off. And honestly, I might just find a part that I really like and loop. That was pretty on. If we peel this back, move this one forward. A little bit of a screw up there. Of course, everyone knows I love reverb. Alright, so kind of like that. Second string, we'll keep the title real creative. The only thing I might want to add is like a synth over the top. Or even just a sample, like one of those weird samples. Oop. try, might record this in and alter it. I don't know. I think it might sound cool. So I think that's gonna be the one. And we'll design it like that. And then add up some around natural reverb to make sure that it's not awkward. Sounds off. I'm okay with that. It's a different technique. I think even for this first one, I could just give you the whole thing cut out. Might have to come back to this one. Alright, it's more than 15 seconds. It's what I like to hear. Second stream, render out that audio. Close out of this because sometimes there'll be weird conflicts. Hopefully my new default saved. Usually turn off some of these musical instruments that are lighting up all around me. And let's go in and immediately save this as second stream. And yeah, since my last one didn't really even record the audio, and come back and I might do something kind of similar. I was using the grid last time. I'm going to set up a render as well. Now set the height, width, all that jazz. Perhaps this time, just use a rectangle. So this will be some 2D stuff. Last time I was using grid. I'm getting a bunch of grids. This time I'll do a bit differently. So I'm going to now use a grid to get my, and I'm going to stop too, which basically converts the location, txty of this object. So now I have the green version of it, which is a channel operator. Now I'm going to take this, I'm going to put that into a null. And essentially, I want to use a random pattern for the size for, even though it doesn't have, so it's only going to need SX and SY. And I want to go in and random. And then channel, this is at 400, this is at 1,000, so I'll have to change this to 400 so that it matches that. Then we can merge this data, and we'll kind of see what that looks like and go from there, because I don't know exactly, I don't really even know what I'm going for, so we'll see what happens here. And then TZ, so we've got all those locations in, SX and SY. Okay, yes, yes. This is looking sort of how I was hoping it would look. Go down here, rename this second stream. As you've got this down here, what I can do doesn't do anything. I change the C, it'll change the whole thing. The other thing, the amplitude, I can change the amplitude of this. What I can do, probably run 2 noise channels that are S, X, and Y. This should get that down to the same size as that. So now I can pretty easily animate this. That's probably going too fast, judging by how it's moving. Alright. Now if I use a math to combine this 2 data, this should create some motion when I combine the chops. Oh. Gone down real slow, so I think something's going on here. Yeah, it's got like 40 bajillion samples. Oh, for some reason this has, let's just bring this number down to 25 or something. There we go. Because they're combining channels, so turn that off. Combine chops. There we go. Look at that craziness. And that's not even really what I'm going for, because I'm going to add the wireframe feature again. And that should give us some really minimal texturing. Yeah, as you can see here. For this one, I might just keep it like this, because, you know, well, it's already too many, so I need to turn this grid down, because I know that this is not going to show up. align. So we want to stretch to first interval. There we go. Now that's the minimalism that I was trying to get to. So sometimes you'll have to tweak some different stuff, but I really just want to do one simple one like this with just a black background. So I'm going to come in and create a black background because I think this is going to show up really good, just because simpler stuff tends to show up really good. I guess I can put it on some fancy background, but no, I'm just going to do black. Change the height, and yeah, I'll do a few passes. I might switch it up a little bit, but I kind of just like this look. Like, I'll put the song and this together, and that'll be kind of what we're going with. Second string. Hopefully this one's better than the first. And we'll start recording. So now I'm recording this. Pretty cool, mixing the noise with the some of the pattern features, and then mixing in wireframe. You can get a lot just using a rectangle and some stops and chops. That's pretty much all this is. So there's one pass at it. I don't know really how I'd change it. Maybe change the line width. Yeah, but I don't like that. Perhaps I go in here and do maybe 2, 4. That looks a little noisier. I added some other layers pretty quickly. That's the fun thing about setting up some of these generative ones, is just really quickly you get totally different results. This might be too noisy, to be honest. We'll see. I'm interested to see how this compresses and how this captures. So I'm hoping it does well, but I've been wrong in the past. And just this one. I just like this. Pretty sure this is just the 25 rectangles doing their different sides along this one row. And that's what that looks like. So my third pass here. And off. I forgot to do some pictures, so I'll just take some at the end here. Because I like to post to multiple places. I have followers on Twitter and Instagram, and I like to give content on both, although neither one is really the best place to share. I do think artists need to create their own, which I think would be cool. Well, let's do these next 2 passes. We'll do this crazy. Because the truth is, the picture will pick this up and it'll look great, but when I go to compress it in Instagram, it will not look good. I need to update, so I'll probably do that later, but for now we'll just move on. I'll open up Premiere here. We've got our content over in here on my second monitor, which I've got the 3 vids. I'm gonna name it new project, second stream. And this has been pretty cool to keep going, so hopefully I can keep this moving and grooving and get more people on board. I think already I'm catching a little bit more steam as my second one is a little smoother already. So I'll load that in, I'll load the song in. I'll grab this, move to the second part. All I'm doing here is changing all the clips to 5 seconds, which might be too fast for some. That one was fine. Yeah, they all are fine. And so then I'll go into the song, change the duration. I will not speed lock it. I'll change that down to 15. It's just how Instagram likes videos, 15 seconds. And I'll go in and this window, make this smaller. Forgot that there was a lot of feedback when I do this part. I think this one's gonna be a hit. Alright. If I really wanted to get nitpicky, I could try to work on those transitions, but I do one of these, try to do one of these every single day, and I would go mad trying to perfect them. A lot of the time, the imperfections are the best part. So, save. I'm gonna export. Still using the same Adobe encoder settings from JMTZ. Shout out JMTZ on Touchdesigner forums. Export VBR pass 1. And it goes VBR pass 2. Save the project, close out of this. I usually will double check to see what the encoding did. And as you can see, it looks pretty good. Let's see when it gets to the noisier part. Pretty good. I'm pretty excited about this one. So, thanks so much for tuning in. This was the second stream. Coming at you. More streams. Streaming every day this month. That's the goal. And then I'm going to keep doing that into the new year. So thanks so much for tuning in. Hit me with any ideas if you want a specific topic covered. And I'll see you next time. Peace.